All right. We back again. What up? What up? Happy Saturday. Um, Hopefully, if you enjoyed or were able to check out uh, what was Prince doing this week broadcast we did just a few minutes ago this morning. It was a good show. Had a good time. So I figured, you know what? Let's go live and see if we can chop it up a little bit and see if anybody jumps in on the room. And we opening up the phone lines today. See if we can get somebody to call in and join us. What's up, Susie? But yeah, I mean, we just here chopping it up, getting it in. Yeah, that title. Absolutely. What's up, Deja? Stone Freak. Yo, so it's the opportunity. The phone lines are open 253-205-0220. Come on and let's talk some Prince or whatever you want to get into. But we're just gonna be on here for a little bit. And we opening it up. We open up the phones. See if this thing works. Haven't done this phone stuff in a minute. We're just talking about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Question: are you going to celebration? You know, what's your thoughts on what you've heard about it so far? Or if you want to talk about anything else, we certainly can. What's up, MK1 Music? Becky, how you doing? Uh, Anthony, what's up? Yeah, but yeah, phone lines are open. Deborah, how you doing? Jump on in. Oh, we got somebody here. Let me see. Give me a second. All right. 1 second here, caller. Shoot. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? Hold on. No, you good. That's not you, it's me. Well, hold on 1 second. Let me figure this out. Some reason it is here we go. All right, caller, you there? Why is it not working? Hold on. Oh, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Now everybody's calling. Hold on a minute. For some reason it's not connecting. I can hear you, sir. I'm gonna get back to you. Lord. Nah, hold on. I gotta figure this out so that we can get you going. Uh huh. That's so weird. Man, I'm sorry, whoever this is called who has called in. I'm gonna hang up for a second. I just gotta figure this out. For some reason it's not working. So hold on. All right. Caller, can you hear me? I will as soon as I can hear you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I can hear you. Hold on for a second. Well, I can't really hear you, so hold on for 1 second. All right. Now you talking crazy. Let's see. Nope. Well, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Shoot. When it worked, and now I want to act funny style. So let me change my phone up. Make sure we're connected. So give me 1 second. Okay. We're gonna figure it out. All right, I think I got it working now. So if you want to call back, please do. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think it's working now. So if you want to try calling back in, I should be able to get you. Sorry about that. Um, we'll see what y'all talking about. Well, yeah. Well, one of the questions I'm asking is if anybody's going to Celebration this year. If you bought a ticket yet, are you on the fence? Are you all in? Figure out what's going on with that. And we're taking phone calls. So if you can, jump on in. And let me see something. Mhm. Okay, here we go. All right, caller, can you hear me? There you go.
Yes.
What's up? Who is this?
I'm just calling to say what's up, man. Sorry I crowded the IG, man. I was just sharing information. Sometimes I get carried away.
This is
My
Kyle.
fault. Yeah, what's
You
up?
good, man? I just, yeah, we
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
They ain't gonna know what you're talking about.
You know, nah, that was my fault, man. I get, at this advanced age in life, you get, overwhelmed. So, or you overwhelm people
Nah,
because you're trying to get everything out
you
at
good.
once. So, my apologies, man.
No,
You
no
know,
apologies
um,
needed, sir. How you doing today, man?
everything's cool, man. Just on the rebuild, so I'm getting some stuff together. Like I said, man, I appreciate the work that you do. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got your thing together, man. So like I know y'all cats ain't no fly by night jumping on the bandwagon trying to do your thing. And I've been watching y'all for the past 3 years now.
Gotcha.
I try to chime in when I can, man. I'm still waiting to get some of that Betty Davis in the mix, man, on the late night
Ooh,
joints. You know,
okay, okay. I'm still on my
you know,
research.
preferably that first album, because a lot of times when everybody, you know, within or without the community, whether they're music lovers or musicians, they don't make the correlation of the influence that Betty Davis had on Prince, because that influence is definitely there, especially
Mhm.
if you listen to that first record. And the only reason I kept telling you about that first record is it's ironic that the lineup for that album was dope, because the album was produced by former Sly and the Family Stone drummer Greg Rico,
Okay.
right? And then Greg reaches back and he brings in Larry Graham, his organist, Herschel Happiness, Patrice Chocolate Banks, who was really the head of that group before Larry Graham joined the group and turned it into Graham Central Station, before
Mm,
when it was Hot Chocolate, right? And then you got the Pointer Sisters on co-lead background vocals.
okay.
And you also have a young guitar player um, in the person of Neil Sean. And I don't even think Neil Sean had maybe formed Journey yet. He was probably still playing with Santana around the time when that record came out. And that record is dope.
Okay.
That record is dope. You ask D'Angelo about it, she'd more than likely tell you the same thing. That's why I was like throwing some other things out there when y'all did your live and all that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I
So,
might do with that is maybe I'll do a stream or something and just play the album because it'll be my first time really diving into it and just kind of see you know how I
oh
feel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just try to throw some other things out there. Like I said, I hope nobody takes it as I'm trying to
Oh no, no.
work my way into nobody's circle, nothing like that, man. Because just like I realistically, bro, I ain't nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Not putting myself down, but
Super realistically, I
I,
ain't nobody either. Let's keep it a buck.
you know,
I'm
but
just
I mean,
another
I
brother
like a lot
working,
of the.
talking ish
Oh yeah,
online. So we all in the same boat.
and a lot of those cats that D'Angelo knows, I know. I just don't say it a lot. And I will say I had to say this because it was a funny thing. I know Quest got his podcast and whatnot
Oh
not
yeah.
too long. Well, it was a while ago. I just heard the pre-record, right? He interviews Dawn Lewis. Remember her,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
actress?
Okay. Yep.
And I'm listening. I'm
Different
about
world,
saying,
right?
I'm wondering if she's going. Yeah, from different world. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm wondering if she's going to say this. And she talks about where she started, and she mentioned her dance classes. And he said, "Who did you take dance classes with?" And she name checked my grandmother,
Oh
because my
wow.
grandmother danced and did the vaudeville thing, and then the Cotton Club. And she eventually met my grandfather, who was my grandfather was a band leader, trumpet
Okay.
player. He had his own band orchestra, and he ran with all of those heavyweights, Miles
Interesting.
Davis included, back during that Renaissance. The only thing he didn't get a chance to do was take was participate in that photo, A Great Day in Harlem. If you pull that up,
Okay. Wow.
he was supposed to be in that photo, but his boss wouldn't let him off work, so he missed the photo shoot.
Oh man.
You dig?
I got you. I got you.
So all of those people represented, most of those people represented in that photo, they used to come by the house when, to see my grandfather, whether they're having lunch, dinner, or talking shop, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my cousins didn't know who they were, and we didn't find all of this out until my grandfather passed away in '94. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
and I credit you for doing. I'll say this, and I'll get out of the way, man, because I know other people got to get on. I credit you for doing what you're doing, and at the same time, holding down your straight, taking care of your fam, but still feeding your creative side, man, because that's exactly what my grandfather did, man. He wasn't no starving artist thing going on up around there. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, keep doing what you're doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I will, man.
I'll be careful with what I try to share. Like I said, didn't need to crowd your page. I was like, I said, I got beef in Seattle and I ain't even been there yet.
Right.
You
know what it was?
Like, okay.
Is you was dropping so much stuff on me, I couldn't keep up. And I was like, I don't want my man to be, I don't take it for granted. So I'm like, he's putting in work and I'm not really receiving it all the way. Right. So that's all I was saying. I'm not,
because D'Angela knows, she more than likely knows or did know, if you didn't know this cat, if you look at the Family Stand, remember them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of the groups in New York, they used to open for them was a female rock band, funk rock ska band. They played everything though, but they were called Mascara, man. There was nobody else in New York City doing this at the time.
Huh, okay.
And I got turned on to them because I used to work at the bitter end. And because I worked at the bitter end, I've got a chance through that and hanging out with the ladies from Mascara, I'd help them with their gear and stuff. So I got into all those venues like CBGB's and Wetlands, which no longer exists. That's where Quest and them used to do that Black Lily thing.
Okay.
And I saw the fam. That's how I met everybody in the Family Stand, including the cat that would be my adoptive uncle. He since passed away. His name was Ronnie Drayton. He's a guitar player. He was out of Queens, New York, man. And he wound up playing with this cat named Edwin Birdsong, because his album when he was a young cat was supposed to be produced by Hendrix, but of course Jimmy was murdered, so that ain't happened. You know what I'm saying? But he wound up playing with this cat named Edwin Birdsong, and those cats were sort of like the next phase after Hendrix had done the Band of Gypsies, because Band of Gypsies was the first black rock power trio, if you think about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then Ronnie kind of took a lot of us cats under his wing, man. So if you remember that old Dan Hartman joint, I Can Dream About You, from the old Streets of Fire soundtrack movie?
Man, they used to wear that out.
Yeah, pull up any of that footage of him doing that on YouTube on like a Bandstand or any of those other shows, and you see the left-handed guitar player, that was Ronnie Drayton, yo.
Okay. He's
featured all over that second Family Stand album, him and the original guitar player from the Stand, Clifford Mooney Pusey. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes were badass. You know what I mean? But that's it, man. I ain't gonna go on too long because I'm starting to sound like that old white woman from Golden Girls,
hilarious.
Brooklyn, 1985. Picture it,
We need brothers that's scholarly about this music, man. How else are we going to, retain the heritage and the stories, man, of cats like yourself? So no, we love it, man.
But like I said on y'all's stream when you was doing the thing with D'Angelo last week, I was there for that Jesse Johnson gig, that Every Shade of Love tour.
Oh, you saw that? You saw that live?
Hell yeah, that's how I knew the 24/7 Spies. When she started raving about them, that's how I first saw that band. They opened for Jesse.
Okay.
And Jesse came out on Change Your Mind. He opened the set with that.
Wow.
He opened it with Change Your Mind. This dude must have had a trampoline backstage because he literally jumped out and was a couple feet in the air, landed dead smack in front of the microphone, and then just started. It was ridiculous. I was like, what? And kicking ass. He was kicking ass in that bitch. And Sheila E.'s former sax player was working with him, Eddie M.
Okay.
Because he's all over that record.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there, and then I don't know if he got the proper tour support he needed for that tour, because at that time, A&M was really concentrating mainly on Janet Jackson, and I still say that to this day because remember when Jesse came out with his second album after he just ripped it down with Jesse Johnson's Review,
Mm-hmm.
he came out with Crazy. That was the first hit out the gate. And the video was unlike anything anybody had ever seen because remember, watch the music video. It's panning from left to right. It's going in a circular motion. It's close up and it's pulling back. No one hadn't done anything like that before. But as you look at the other videos from Shockadelica, you can see they probably gave him less and less of a budget because all their focus was on Janet Jackson.
Yeah, I think if I'm mistaken, didn't he only just have? Oh no, he had "Baby Let's Kiss" and "Black in America."
Baby Let's
Being
Kiss,
Black in America.
Black in America
Yeah.
was the last. They only gave him about 3 music videos for Shockadelica.
Yeah.
That's
right.
And then it seemed like the budgets were getting like less and less for him on that time. Even when I spoke to him, he said he said he didn't feel that way about it. But I was like, that's how it kind of came across to us because it's like they ignored that, and everything was the Control album. You know what I'm saying? Everything was based. The Control album got the biggest push that year.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and then when he got,
No, I was gonna say.
And then when he,
in hindsight, I mean, Control was a monster, though. It's we ain't gonna act like that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with the joint that Monty did on there, the last hit on the record, Pleasure Principle.
Yeah, they that record lasted for quite a while because she had went through almost a few visual changes. Because I think was Pleasure Principle the last one? That was the last video, right?
Yeah, that was the last single released.
And that seemed like that had came out like after a while. And I just remember, she was doing the dance thing with that's when she had the jeans on.
With the chair. Yeah, with the jeans, and that's the look I think they kind of modeled Shanice after, the next year.
Yeah.
Shanice was on the same look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, like I said, I dig what you're doing, man. I'll be sticking close with everything. I said it's all good. I thought I was gonna have the whole Seattle organization after me for a minute there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That y'all was gonna walk me into an empty room. Like, yeah, they're gonna make them.
Right.
You're like, oh no.
Take you into the red room at death row or something.
Yeah. We're like, shucks.
I appreciate you, man.
But yeah, man, keep doing your thing, man. Shouts out to everybody. I know Big Sexy never got back at me, man. Like I said, I did have something for him. I still got it if he wants it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just remind him. You know what I'm saying?
I will, man. Let me take another phone call, man. I appreciate you. I want to make sure we get everybody in. All right. Thank you, though. Thank you. All right. Caller at the 505 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from? Guess they didn't want the smoke. They hung up. So the lines are open. So now if you call in, I can pull you in. But yeah, we were just talking about some Jesse and different things. But yes, the guest jeans, black, that Janet Jackson Pleasure Principle video, man. Listen, that was one of the first times, at least to me, on video where you saw, they kind of made a point to spotlight that thing. And if you know what I'm talking about. And Janet was on the forefront of a lot of different things. The Janet looks fabulous, man. Like absolutely fabulous. But yeah, so we're just chopping it up, talking. You know what I'm saying? I really want to have y'all call in so I can piggyback off the conversations. But like I said, we're talking about celebration. We're just opening the phone lines up for y'all to get in. We just had a really good broadcast with D'Angela where we talked about, of course, this book right here. Did our thing. What's up, Drea? The phone number is down below, 253-205-0220. So call in. Let's see what you got to say. But yeah, so we just kind of all over the place. And like I said, what was that? Kind of went on a tangent about? Oh yeah, just the Janet Jackson Yeah, Control album, that was phenomenal, man. Phenomenal when that comes out. That and you can still jam that album today. Like it's still banging. Um, Pamela said, "Are you going to Celebration?" I'm not sure yet. Um, if I'm gonna go, I kind of want to. I guess. I mean, well, I shouldn't say it like, that. But it's expensive. We do have things to take care of, business to take care of, but we'll see. I know a lot of people have already gotten their tickets, and also know there's a lot of events going on outside of Celebration too that I think is just as worthy to go. Um, I kind of heard a little bit about some things of the celebration, but that's for those people to put that out there of what they're gonna do and stuff. But I definitely say, if you can afford to go, it's worth going. Yeah, I would say it's worth going. And we can sit here and say about what they're not doing and all that has already been said, but I want to show support and love for them. So I think that I'll keep it in a positive route. But what was I gonna say? What you talking about, Pittsburgh? You said I still have the Naked Janet cardboard promotional stand up. Are you talking about the one where Renee got his hands positioned in a certain way? Man, that's a bold. That was such a head buster when that came out. I was like, what is Janet doing? Like, what? Yeah, that was when Janet was just like she was embracing her sexual side, I guess. Um, I'm choking. Yeah, Janet was something else, man. It was something else because we seen her, grow from Penny, from Good Times, then Fame, and then she had what Dream Street wasn't really popping, but she was cute. She was on Different Strokes. Remember when Janet was on Different Strokes? Fine as hell. I wanted to be Ty Bridges so bad. And then, and then we heard about her got married to old boy from DeBarge. What was this? What was my man's name? He had the slick back. Um, I can't think of his name, but we saw that whole thing, and these are all these, conspiracy theories. Oh, she's got a baby, blah blah blah. And that was before uh social media. All right, 505, you're on the line. You ready to talk this time?
Yes, definitely, Michael Dean. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no
Had a
problem.
customer come up to me.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, I had a customer come up to me. Sorry about that, brother.
What's your name? Where,
Oh
where you calling
man.
from? Who is this?
Oh, yeah. My name is Dave. Raider Dave, baby.
Dave, what's
And
going on?
calling for. Yeah.
You say
Yeah,
you at
big
work?
time Raider fan. Yeah. I'm at work
Man, don't
right
get
now.
don't get yourself in no trouble now. Calling calling podcasts and you
Yeah,
know you're black ass supposed to be at work. Now I'm just messing.
I'm just on a lunch break right now, and I saw you pop on. So I was like, I gotta talk to this brother,
Yeah.
because I've been listening to you for a while, for a minute.
Oh wow.
And oh
Well,
yeah, brother. And I would like to say that, man, I really, really enjoy everything that you put out.
thank you, man.
And, the podcast, you have me out here just dying. I'm, when I'm going back to the, like the Damon Dixon
Yeah,
um,
man. Shout out to Damon.
podcast on Podcast Youth, that brother is just so funny. He had me rolling.
Yes, he
And
is,
then
man.
I don't, for some reason, you really ask the questions, and I'm thinking, like, I wish he would ask this, and then boom, you go ahead and do it. And it's like questions that normally interviewers don't do or say, but you'll come up with it, and definitely not in an offensive way. But you get these guys to open up, and I'm like, this is, it's mind blowing. It really is, and I just want to commend you on that. You do an outstanding job, and you
Thank you.
provide hours of entertainment, and I truly appreciate you.
Wow, man.
Let
Where
me
where you
say
where you
the
calling
thing
from?
about
Where you calling from? Just what area?
I'm calling I'm calling from Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Okay.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's dope.
yeah.
Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it. Got it. Man,
Yes,
thank you,
sir.
man. So
It's
you was gonna say something, I cut you
yeah.
off. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's all good. I just want to get on the Janet Jackson deal. She really didn't do it for me. You
At
know,
no time?
I'm thinking, bruh, she. I think she's a fake freak.
Hilarious.
But what I mean
Well,
by that
I can
is,
see what you're
what I
saying
mean
about
by
that.
that is, well, bro, I think she's just trying to do it for clout. I mean, I really didn't truly believe that she's like that. Vanity, I believe that she was really on that, crazy side.
I got you.
Madonna, yeah, but Janet, I never really bought it.
Well, I get
I
that.
just,
I get that. I mean, my thing is, yeah,
uh-huh.
Janet comes from the Jacksons, and from just
Yes,
an
sir.
outsider looking at the Jacksons, they didn't look like they was on the surface. It didn't look like they was about mess like that. Not to
Yeah,
say that they don't
yeah,
have their fair share of it. And was she doing it for clout? I mean, that's entirely possible. She's an entertainer, but I will
yes, sir.
say, as a young person, that I wanted to believe it to a degree.
I get you. Yes, right. Yes, I get you.
You know
What
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying. Yes,
There
yes,
was also
yeah,
a side too that at a certain point, as much as I love, it was a little too much for me. I kind of fell back off of Janet a little bit. As I just thought I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to see her doing all that. But one part of me was like, damn, let him call me up on that stage when I'm not gonna be like, nah, I don't. But yeah, I
okay,
guess I
be
get what
honest.
you're saying. Go ahead.
But I'm just saying, be honest. That's just she kind of like. I mean, when you see her, don't you see Michael, and that kind of ruins it.
Uh, I know where you're going with this. I'm gonna have to say no. I don't see Michael.
For me, like Reby totally looks different. I mean, she looks
Yeah,
like yes, Miss Catherine.
yeah.
Yeah, but Janet, I just see too much Michael
I
in
would
her.
say that with
So it just
Latoya a little
totally
bit.
kills it.
Latoya
Yeah.
sometimes I could see that, and it's like
Oh,
Michael with, yeah. But Janet, I thought
yeah.
Janet to me was just I don't know how to even
Uh-huh.
say it, like just a
Uh-huh.
beautiful black woman, always been on point to
Yes.
me. Just and
Okay.
she just sort of excluded, or I don't know, it just came off of her like that was a badass sister, like, you know what I'm saying? It just seemed like she was
Yeah.
always on
Yeah.
point. She tried to keep herself from out of the madness a little bit, you know what I'm saying? She really had a control
Yeah.
all of her image, and I respected that, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
Mhm.
as much as she could be talking on these songs, sometimes it sound crazy, like you, I know she wasn't
Yeah.
that, and I knew she wasn't that,
Yeah.
you know, presenting that
Yeah.
crazy of an image. And like somebody just said in the thing, her smile, man, there was just a sweetness about her. And
It is infectious. Yes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
to this
Yeah.
day, like, don't ever let me meet Janet. I'll probably damn fool saying
Well,
something goofy, but I'm not. I probably would be so nervous. But I just think she's dope, man. Like, and she's older now. Like, she's still,
yeah.
yeah. Janet Jackson's dope, man. Surrounded herself
He
with the
seems a little
best people.
angry.
Really?
He's a little angry though nowadays.
Interesting. I don't know.
She seems like she's about to take some people's heads off.
Wow.
No,
Interesting.
would snuff them. If you really
Hilarious.
say the wrong thing.
Hilarious.
I don't know. She's a little bit Malcolm X for me right now, so I don't know. But
Oh
I
well.
like Chubby Janet. Chubby Janet, like
I take it
Pleasure
all.
Principle.
I take it all.
Pleasure Principle. But when she started to have the abs and everything, I checked out.
Interesting.
That's really not my deal. Not my deal, bro.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like Angela Bassett, she's all chiseled and everything. I'm with that, but just the abs on Janet just really didn't do it for me. I like the chubby Janet,
You just like a
but
little.
just
You
it's
like a little
still a
meat
part
on
of
it.
me.
You like some of that meat. You eat
Oh,
your grits and your greens. I get it.
yes, sir.
I already know.
Yes, sir. She got it. She got to cook, man. She got to know how to cook.
Hey, man.
I got a big belly myself. I got to keep it going. So yeah. I got to have a woman that cooks and loves to
Hilarious.
cook. It's not going to shame me and try to get me to the gym.
So now we talk
But
about
yeah,
something
but
else.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True indeed. True indeed.
Well, let me ask you this.
But yeah, but I was just thinking. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
When did you get into Prince?
Oh man, since I was 9 years old.
Really?
Since I was 9.
Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. So you said 9 years
Yeah,
old?
1982.
Oh.
When I first heard 1999.
Mm.
I might be a little long on that, on the time frame, but that's what I'm thinking. And I remember I went to a friend of mine's house, and his brother had I think it was the For You album.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. Might be the Prince album or the For You album. And where Prince had the blowout.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was thinking like, is that a girl? Is that a dude? Because I saw the mustache. So I was like, really didn't know. And they're like, no, that's the dude that sings, Little Red Corvette and Delirious and all that. I was like, oh, okay. So, I started to get into that, and I begged and begged and begged my mom to buy me the 1999 album.
Mm-hmm.
I got that, and she bought that for me. And good thing I opened it by myself because I had to pull out on that Joker where he was laying on the bed
Right.
in the bedroom. Interesting, stuff all around.
Boy,
You
that
know
would
what I
have been
mean?
a belt whooping. That would have been a whooping in a minute if moms would have seen that.
Bruh. Yeah. So I really hid that away. But, when my parents left the house, I played it. And my sister, I had an older sister, and she's like, "Ooh, you're not supposed to be listening to that," because Lady Cab Driver would come on or something like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd be over. And I'm thinking, and after I got 1999, my grandmother came in from New York, and she bought me the double cassette of what was it? I think it was a Controversy. I'm sorry, no.
Was it Dirty Mind
It was
Controversy?
the Dirty Mind Controversy double
Mm-hmm.
set. Am I right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I had that one. Yeah, I had that one. She bought that one for me. And then for some foolish reason, I let my pastor listen to it. And then it was over.
How did that? No, wait. How did you go? How did that happen?
Well, I was a little bit older. I was a teenager. And then it was talking about the Prince deal. And then this is, okay, I'm jumping ahead a few years. Like, I'm talking probably about 1986, 87. Yeah, around there, 86, 87. And that's when I like an idiot, I lent that tape to him and then told my pops about it.
You had
I
had a
got in trouble
relationship.
for it.
You had a relationship with the pastor where y'all were sharing music.
Well, yeah, we're youth pastor,
Okay.
and we were just talking about music and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you should really listen to Prince because on Controversy, he said the Lord's Prayer. And I said, yeah, Prince isn't all bad. He's saying the Lord's Prayer on this. And like a fool, I lent it to him, and yeah, he told my pops, and it was over.
Oh man!
So I had to kind of like sneak in my around that time frame. It was Sign of the Times. So I had to sneak that and just listen to Prince, just on a quiet tip. But the thing is, my parents had no idea.
A lot
Prince
of them
is
did.
bad, but he's not as bad as Luke and all these other cats that were out at the time. You know what I mean?
Right. But
so I mean, it's nothing compared to what these guys are saying nowadays.
Well, yeah. But back then, that he was the guy. I could just imagine the pastor. He was listening to that, and he probably got the head and sister, and he was like, "Oh Jesus!" He got on the phone quick. I bet we need to have a serious conversation because they got this child listening to. Woo! I know they probably had to pull the Bible out. Bless you.
Yes. Yeah. He talked to me about the filth that I was listening to. I was like, well, wow, I'm so glad he didn't find my Vanity 6. That CD that I had. So let's just say, yeah, the Prince did get me in a lot of trouble back in the day, but it
Hilarious.
was worth it. And the brother changed his tune. Much later on, and just really couldn't believe how conservative,
Uh-oh.
but that was the deal back in the day. I just had to have my Prince, even though I would get in trouble, and then I'd have to throw it out, and I would just go have to buy another one. You know, so
I got it, man.
I definitely kept that man's pockets, or should I say, Warner Brothers, kept their pockets fat. You know what I mean? So
Right on,
what can
man.
you say? What can you say?
Well,
Well, sir, I must get back to it, Michael Dean. But I just want to say that I really appreciate everything you do once again, you and the rest of the crew. And I'm definitely looking forward to more. Whenever you get back, doing some more podcast juice or whatever. And then I'm going to get on this Patreon, and I'm definitely going to kick in
I appreciate it,
because
man.
I owe you money. I owe you money for all your catchphrases that I use.
Okay, what's your favorite one?
Stop it.
Which-
Stop it.
Hilarious.
Headbuster.
Headbuster.
Oh man, so much of that stuff that doesn't come to mind right now that I use at work that gets a good laugh, and I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're
Right
doing,
on,
brother.
man. I appreciate you, man. Have a good one,
All
man.
right,
Thank you
man.
again.
Sure thing. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the line open. Man, that story of giving your pastor the Dirty Mind album and controversy back in the days in the 80s. Oof. I imagine as a black church. Lord. I know his parents was on his. And you're gonna embarrass us in the church? Got our kid listening to some songs about incest? Oh hell no, you ain't gonna have me looking crazy. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know how they do it. Well, I should know because I got kids, but back then, boy, you got your behind touched. embarrassing embarrassing your family like that to the pastor. That's hilarious. But what's up, AJJ132? You said New Mexico is in the house. So absolutely. Can you please text the number? Yeah, the number is on the bottom of the screen, but it is 253 205 0220. So you can call in right now. The lines are open. We're just having open conversations. You know, anything you want to bring up. Um, what was I going to say? What was I thinking about? Oh, we were talking about Janet, Jesse, Prince, of course, celebration. Is anybody going to Paisley Park? Was it what are they calling it? A day to remember? They're kind of doing a remembrance thing here in a couple weeks. Anybody going to that? I think they're going to be live streaming some of that as well. So it should be interesting. Um, I would play something, but if somebody calls, it's going to just turn that off. So we'll just leave the line open so everybody can come in and get down. We got a few more minutes left to chop it up. I will tell you that I think we're going to be back online today at about 4 o'clock. We're going to just be talking. Some of the fellas hopefully can join me. But we'll be back a little later today as well. What's up, Rich? You just saying hi. What up? You know, um, it's Andreas. Yes, I'll be there for the afternoon, the free part. Oh, okay. You're talking about the event at Paisley Park here in a couple weeks. Uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know how I feel about stuff like that. And I'm not against it, but yeah, I don't know. Just like I guess it's a remembrance of the day he died, type of thing. Which I get that. I get that. But it's tough to me. I see you, Francis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to call in. If somebody wants to call up, now's the time. Where's Deja? Deja, call in. Get on the mic. Oh, that's what I did the other day. I sat down and listened to the Diamonds and Pearls album, top to bottom, bottom to the top. That's a great album, man. Way better than I gave it credit for. I would listen to individual songs, but just listening to it as a whole, like, man, that's really good. Listening to it with 2023 years, it's amazing. Laura, it is 253 205 0220. It is also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, you can call in, man. We're waiting for you. Caller, we're waiting for you. What they used to say, calling for. But yeah, Diamonds and Pearls is fantastic, man. And yes, people did used to hate on. And the songs that they would hate on was like Push It and boom, 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 boom. Get money in the house tonight. Jughead, them songs is bang. What up, Law? What's up, sir? All right, we got a caller. Let's jump into it. If I can answer it. All right, caller 303 area code. What's your name?
Oh, what up, Mike? This is Nick.
Nick, what's going on, man?
Oh man, doing good. I just got done watching you and Angela on the What Prince Do this week live stream, and I want to just say give you your thanks and give Angela her thanks as well for what you guys been doing, because that's pretty much been my Saturday routine for the
Man,
past month watching that live stream.
nice, man. I appreciate it. Have you been enjoying it? Has it been good? Or?
Oh yeah, I have. I have, because you actually made me go back and re-listen to the 1999 album
Ooh,
during the week.
okay.
Since you guys been talking about it so much, I had to go back and re-listen to it. So I'm like, okay, I get everything, because now I'm hearing it in a
Mhm.
different way compared to the first time I heard it, which was back in 1997.
Okay, okay. Man,
Yeah.
what's
So
like?
as far as oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what's some of your like go-to songs off of that?
The go-to songs for me, I would have to say, is the Little Red Corvette New Dance Mix
Yeah, man. Ooh.
is my go-to song. Uh, Irresistible Bitch is another song of mine, and Automatic is my
Mm.
favorite song too.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man.
As yeah, as far as like some of the vault tracks, I like Purple Music. I like Yeah Yeah You Know, and Bold Generation. So those are the songs I go to when I had to go back and re-listen to it.
Nice. So, so you're saying like this podcast is, I look at it as like Saturday morning cartoons. Like you get up Saturday morning, you turn that on. You know that particular cartoon's on always be on Saturday. There's always something to watch Saturdays. So to me, like doing this podcast
Yeah.
Saturday mornings reminds me of that feeling. Yeah, let me turn on these guys and see what they're talking about. Now you said you first heard the album 1999 in 87?
No, 97.
Or
I'm right. I'm 42, but I was like 16
Oh, you said
when I heard
97.
it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, yeah, let's get into that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I heard it in 97. Yeah, I heard it in 97. I still have it on CD. Yes, I said it. CD. I have my own that tape. I got it on CD.
CD. That's what's up, man. What got you to listen to
Yeah, so
that?
I heard it then. I was started getting into Prince that year, so I was going forwards and backwards. Right around he was doing Emancipation, that's when I started going back and hearing a majority of his music.
Mm.
Because I would hear certain things on the radio. I mean, you would still hear the popular Little Red Corvette, Let's Go Crazy, and even for a short time, for a while, a certain station out here in Denver used to play Erotic City. Again, 10 years later, even with the F word not even blurred out.
Right. Yeah, man. He got away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So that's what got me hearing it. And I was even on the Lady Cab Driver song back then when I was hearing it for the first time. I was like, oh, damn. Oh, hey, he did that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I played the song to a friend of mine a few years ago, she thought there was a video for it, so I had to replay it for her again. Then she's like, "Oh my, I can't believe he did that." And did she really do what I thought she was doing?
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, he was pushing
Yeah.
the line back then for sure.
Yeah, so he was pushing the line. So I was hearing him pushing the line, but I was also hearing him go away from that line where he's like, "No, I'm going to be more spiritual. I'm more mature now. I can't say that no more." So I was hearing and seeing both sides of Prince where, okay, yeah, I used to do this. I'm not doing that no more.
Did you ever get a chance to see a
And I also
concert?
unfortunately, the closest I ever got to him was being across the street at the Shrine back in '06 at the BET Awards when he performed with Shaka Khan and Will I Am got on stage with him.
Okay.
Even though he didn't come, he didn't come over to the side where the fans were. But so the only people I seen relate to him was I did see Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and Janet. I saw them.
Okay. Wow.
So that's about as close as and I did see Shaka Khan. So that's about as close as a Prince connection I got.
Real quick, area code 214. We'll get to you next. I see you calling, so I want you to think I don't see it. But we talk to my man Nick right now.
Yeah.
But so okay. Well, just curious, just to ask you this question, and somebody, is that your smoke detector going off, Nick? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know. I got it. I got to
I gotta get on you.
Yeah.
But was like, oh, so I'm just curious, what was your first concert you ever went to, whether it was Prince or whoever?
I would say the last concert I went to, it was a free concert. It was the Fugees when they got back together.
Oh, like recently? Like
No,
oh,
this was some years ago
oh, okay.
when they got back together briefly. It was like a free concert in Hollywood.
Okay.
I remember it. That was the last concert I went to. Was a free concert in Hollywood that the Fugees put together.
That was the last concert you went to. What was the first one? Do you remember what the first?
The first one I would probably say I remember from my mind. Oh yeah, this is really gonna trip everybody out. Well, there used to be a black radio station out here called KDKO. This was in the early '90s. They had a show at a YMCA, and on the bill was a group called Ex Girlfriend. I forgot who else was there, but I remember Boys to Men was at this show.
Okay.
And it was that bodyguard of theirs that got killed some months later. But I remember he came and told everybody, like, if you want them to come out here, okay, I got y'all gotta calm down first. They'll come out here, but y'all gotta calm down, gotta keep cool. So everybody got cool, okay. Then he announced Boys to Men and Boys to Men. And they did the song Motown Feeling. Everybody in the crowd was singing with them. And that's what I always remember.
Wow, I don't remember the thing about their bodyguard got killed, you said?
Yeah, it was several months later. It happened in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
That happened to him. Yeah. But yes, I remember the bodyguard being there. He was like, yeah, gotta calm down. Yeah. They're gonna be out. So yeah, that's when they were wearing all the preppy stuff.
Yeah. That's when they first dropped. That was the cut.
Yeah, when they first dropped.
Yeah, that was
yeah. And everybody in the crowd was, yeah, dude, singing right along with them.
Yeah, they was cold. I remember that.
Yeah, so I can say, I saw Boyz II Men, early '90s at YMCA here in Denver.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Well, cool,
man.
I
want to say peace to you, man. Thank you for letting me get my 2 cents in, and you have a good day.
You too, man. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.
All right, peace. All right. That was cool, man. Boys to Men. ABC, BBD. Which is, now that I think about that, wouldn't that be, you know how New Edition is doing their thing now and they're in the big tour? I wonder why they don't have Boys to Men should be on that tour. Like they the offshoot of, they influenced by them cats, and Bivens was the manager. That's when BBD was hot. But yeah, I wonder why they don't perform with them. All right, we got another caller.
Hello,
Hello, who is this?
this is Deja.
Do I know what Deja? What's up, Deja? How you doing?
Good. I have to put you on speaker because I can't hear you.
Oh, you don't hear me?
Well, I can hear you now because I have you on speaker.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Deja?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to call in real quick.
All right. What you got to share for us today? What's going on in your world?
I did watch the Symposium the other weekend, and I really enjoyed it. But I have to say I was stupid because the first day, I had woke up early because I knew you guys were starting in the morning, but I totally forgot y'all were starting on East Coast time,
All right.
and I'm so used to my time that I had missed the first live the first talk, the roundtable talk, but I got the other ones for the rest of the day
Oh,
though.
okay.
Because I was like, why is this not playing? And then I realized, oh, you guys are offline because you guys are not doing a talk right now.
Right. Yeah, we was on East Coast time. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, we was on East
And
Coast
they
time,
took
but
me,
like you, I was still on West Coast time in my mind. So it's like
yeah,
trying to get up early and all that stuff. But how did it come
yeah.
across online when you were watching it?
Um, well, I'm sure it probably would felt a lot different being in person, but I loved it. I just loved hearing everybody's opinions, what they thought, their experiences. I was jealous because, obviously I'm young. I was not even around when any of this stuff was going on in real time. I would have liked to have been, but hearing these people's experiences and just all these people just admiring these three groups, I mean, it was wonderful to
Nice.
hear what these people had to say.
Was there
Um,
anything that stood out? Any of the speakers or panels that stood out?
when D'Angela talked to Joe Jones, so I was like doing something else, but I had it playing on my phone, and but there was a part, and I even said this on Discord. I don't know if you ever saw it or not, but there was the part where Joe Jones, she was kind of like talking about backup singers, background singers, and she got kind of emotional. And
Mm-hmm.
I literally stopped what I was doing because when somebody when they get emotional, you can hear in their voice.
Yeah.
Because all the times I ever hear her talk before, she always can speak without ever like getting choked up. So seeing her get choked up, that was kind of a highlight for me personally. That's what stood out to me.
Yeah, that was a moment for sure. Yeah, sitting there watching that, I was just like, ooh, yeah. I would tell you
Yeah,
what.
because
Oh, go ahead.
mhm. Oh, I was just saying because even though it's been years, it still hurts. It's still very painful,
Hmm.
to lose people that you were so close to, and that was a part of your daily life at one point. So I definitely felt her on that.
Yeah, yeah. Jill was so dope, like, cause she was just there, you know. She was in the audience, and she was approachable. She was dope, man. Uh, Such a high praise and salute to her for coming out and allowing us to sort of geek out over her and whatnot. But yeah, I was gonna say the next symposium, if they have it in person, if you can, try to come and check it out. As great as it is to watch it online, but to be there with the rest of the fans and everything, it's dope, man. Just the after what you don't, I don't know, what you don't see on the live is you don't see when the panels are over and there's the break and everyone's just kind of walking around and talking, taking pictures and chopping it up, or the lunch break and we all go, let's go eat here. We all go out to eat, and just walking to the different places and the conversations that you can have on the walk, and just all of that stuff. The concert that she had, as well. I mean, it was fantastic. Um, so that's what I've tried to
I'm still
hopefully.
wanting
Oh,
to
go
hear
ahead.
that. I'm still wanting to hear that turn up story, Mike, about happened when you had to get escorted back to your hotel. I still need you to tell that
I
story.
told that story. I told it on something. I think it was on the one podcast with Randy. Well, here I'm going to answer that, and I want to answer this. Dorothy, and shout out to Dorothy. She was wondering how was New York. So quickly, the story I was talking about. I can't remember. I think it was Friday night, and there was a group of us. It was after the panels and stuff were over, and it was kind of around 11 o'clock. I think we had went to eat or something, and we're in downtown Brooklyn, and we're walking around, and we're looking for places to go. Maybe there's some place open we can go, and it just seemed like there wasn't anything open in the where we were at. Not to say there wasn't. The city never sleeps, but it just wasn't, I guess, nothing open. So we just decided that we would just go buy some wine or drinks, and we go back to the hotel. We just, like grown folks, we just sit down, talk, and sipping and kick it. So we went to this cool little, it was a wine place. Man, they had everything. It was great. Um, I bought like I know I had bought like some flavored vodkas, and and everyone sort of was buying stuff. And so we all get back, go to the hotel, and um I remember, uh, it's gonna be hard for me to remember everybody's name right now, but we were staying in hotels that were right next door to each other. So we decided to go back to one of the hotels. We just went up there to drink. We're just kicking it, having a good time. Like we're all talking and sipping and whatnot. And so my mistake is I'm not only drinking the vodka that I had, but I started to drink, pour a little bit of the wine. So I'm mixing the drinks.
Mm,
You know, I'm
mm.
starting to mix, and I'm just running my mouth, and Troy was there, Tanja, Vanessa, Chris. I think one of the ladies' name was Tina. There's two other sisters that was there. We was all having a good time, and I'm having this one conversation, and it's kind of getting a little heated in a good way, just because what we were talking about. Uh, and it was just like it was on some far out stuff. And I'm, and at a certain point, I know my man Troy, he was like, well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the room because Troy doesn't drink. And it's getting late. So I'm talking, and at this point, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. I'm like, ooh, like, man, uh, this kind of right in a wrong way. It's like I'm feeling, I'm already buzzed. I'm feeling a little, and this conversation, old girl was, I think, because we were all drinking. It just felt like, and it was some controversial stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't." I was like, "I can't do it," and I just laid down for a second because I was kind of overwhelmed. And then I was like, "Let me go to the bathroom." And I go to the
Mm-mm.
bathroom. I was like, "Okay, get it together." I come back out, and people are kind of starting to leave, but I'm really feeling like I don't think I can literally walk out of this room, go back downstairs, go out on the street, and then go back into my other. Like, I don't know if I can do that. And on one hand, I'm like, I just met some of these people, but I felt so like I knew everybody and somebody I had kind of known. And I just remember, yeah, I just sat my head down, and I think I was just like, hey, I don't think I can make it by myself. And salute to my man Chris, brother. I had just met him. Good, solid dude. He's like, man, I got you. And walked me down, and got back to my room, and I was good. Like, got back, cool. I'm going to bed. And so that's when I was saying, I got a little twisted, but I was around some great, great people that brother made sure I got back where I needed to go. And from that point, every day we all hung out. It was like family, you know what I'm saying? And we just had a great time. And everyone there was, it, they were fans of Prince, or they were, uh, like two of the people had just came that day to check out the symposium, and they were friends with, some of the ladies that was there, and met them, and was just cool. So it was just, it was dope, man. So to say all that to say is, for me, New York, my first time going, I had a ball. Like, I thought it was great, because I was just only would watch it on TV if I've seen over the years. And I just felt like I was walking through everything that I had always imagined it to be, like, the brownstones, and just walking down the street and seeing, the street going down for miles, it seemed like, in the tall buildings, the subway. That was dope. The bodegas, you know what I'm saying? We went to the bodega, got my little fish sandwich, you know what I'm saying? And everyone was just showing us love, man. Went to Harlem for a quick second, Central Park, Manhattan, went to Queens. We went to a dope, was it a Caribbean restaurant in Queens? Vanessa took us. That was fly to me. Like, you know, it was just dope, man. The whole thing. I got to go back. You know, the people was cool, just all the culture and just all the different peoples. And for me, Deja, you live here in this area where I live in. We're in the North Seattle area, or whatever. It was a culture shock.
Yeah.
It was culture shock, because just to see all black people everywhere, like you don't see that
Mhm.
here in this area. And I was just like, I was just taking. I wasn't talking a lot. I was just really just like, wow, everybody got their style. I've seen the young folks, some older people, and it was just dope, man. That's dope.
You,
I gotta go
you
back.
see, with the story about you, getting intoxicated, I imagined that y'all probably went out to like a club or something. Like that's what I was thinking that it was probably going to be. But of course, but then you tell the real story. But I was thinking, oh, they probably had went out to the club and partied, and you partied too hard and you had to be
Oh, no,
escorted back to your hotel room. But you're saying,
no, that's
you guys just met up and went to a room and was just talking. But
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
culture
yeah.
shock. Oh,
But go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I experienced that because some years ago, me and my family, we had went to Atlanta because my grandmother is from Newman, Georgia, and she still had relatives, that lived there. Her older sister lives there with her husband. So and that was my first time going there. And of course, we saw black people everywhere, obviously. So, and it was in the summertime too. And that first day I was jet lagged because I stayed up the whole time on the plane because
Mm,
we had a night flight, and I think they're like 3 hours ahead down there.
mhm.
And so that first day was super hot. I was in the car and I was passed out. I could not stay up, but they kept making us get out the car, take these pictures everywhere because we were driving all around the town. My great aunt's husband was driving us, showing us stuff around the town, and it was just like, ugh. And also, I was mad too because when we were there, Beyonce and Jay-Z, that's when they were on tour. They were there in town 2 nights in a
Mm,
row, and we did not have tickets to go.
interesting. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like mad. I was like, we could have got some tickets and gone to the concert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Shout out to Andrea, 'cause she was there, met her. Actually, Andrea, I think we were staying at the same hotel, I believe, the Sheraton. I can say it now, yeah, the Sheraton. Yeah, it was just dope, man. It was, what a great time. Great people. But yeah, so it was awesome. But Deja, are you going to Celebration?
Absolutely not.
Damn,
Them ticket prices
absolutely
are
not.
ridiculous. They need to have a resurrection for them kind of prices, especially with the stuff they was pulling last
What
year. Absolutely
did you
not.
say? The
A
resurrection?
thousand dollars, yes, because $1,000 and you sitting on some itchy grass and you
This
in a
is a
porta
banger.
potty. No, 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 no. We're not
Lord,
doing that. That's out. Mm-mm.
dang, you said.
But no dough.
No,
Come
that
on,
because
sis.
$1,000, that's a lot of money. You should be getting a lot for that. kind of money, spending that kind of money, and what they were doing last year for them prices, absolutely not. That was ridiculous. That's scamming. I don't.
You
Not
said
gonna get me with that.
scamming.
Yes, that is scamming.
Well,
Straight up theft, robbery.
Damn. Well, yeah, that's your point of view. Can't knock it. I understand what you're saying, though. I understand. I get it. I get it. Have you been? I don't know if I've asked you this before. Have you been to Paisley Park before?
No, but I would like to go someday for sure.
Gotcha. It's worth going. Absolutely worth going. Just just to go for the tour and all that. You gotta do it at least once. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, let me tell you, I tell you this all the time, but thank you. Like every time I go live, 99% of the time, you be the first one to comment on, and I do really appreciate that. Like, I don't think I actually really get it all, but I do appreciate that a lot. Like, so thank you for that. At least I can know somebody's watching.
And I'm still on Patreon. Of course, I'm on the Discord, and so.
Discord is a wild place.
Yes.
Oh, I will tell you, yeah, at 4:00. I really can't stand here too long because I need to go eat and stuff. But at 4:00, we're gonna be back on here. Q Storm's gonna be on. So, it's gonna be.
Oh.
You just say, oh.
What y'all gonna be talking about?
All kind of stuff. Foolishness. You know how we do.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, it won't be a lot of Prince, so I'm just telling y'all now. We're gonna get on there and do our thing. But I appreciate you for hanging in when you do. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, let me let somebody else get an opportunity to jump in. But again, Deja, thank you. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Yes, you too.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Vince, I think I saw you saying you were calling in. Now you can try to jump on, sir, if you can make it. Damon, what's up, man? We got to do another one. Sir. If you call in right now, matter of fact, 253-205-0220. And I'll say that it was actually me and Tony was going to do something the other day, but he had a situation happen. So, but we're gonna get that popping in a minute. Oh, you say you're waiting on me? Say less. I'm gonna hit you up because yeah, we gotta do it again. How's your podcast doing? You have your podcast going as well. So salute to y'all. Andre, you're gonna be back for some Q. Okay, we got some Q Storm fans in here. Yeah, Q's my Q's a good brother. He be showing out because that's what he do. He's a contrarian. Is that what we say? But he does this thing. All right, we got another caller here. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Alton Lagarde.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
South Florida.
South Florida. What's your name?
Alton. Yeah.
Carlton?
South Florida. Alton.
What's going on with you?
What's going on? Michael Dean, my purple brother.
Yes, sir.
When you gonna get I had a question for you. When you gonna get my boy Kirk Johnson on the show, man?
That's a good question. Who knows, man? who knows? Who knows? That would be a good conversation. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I haven't heard him say anything to anybody about nothing too much, really.
Yeah, well, to keep it a buck, little controversial figure. Just it is what it is. But on one hand, I'll say this: these are good brothers. I'm not going to get into
Yeah,
all of that,
yeah, I think so.
but it
Yeah, I think so.
would have
Yeah.
to be a really it would have to be a thing where I'm sure he would have to be very comfortable, because the
Mm-hmm.
conversation can go, it can get, what I'm saying, that's a tough one, to be real.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I would love to have it, but I can't tell you, I haven't planned anything like that. I'll be honest about that either. But yeah, it would be awesome, man.
Mm.
But I can
Yeah,
also
I would just love.
respect him not talking on some level.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an
Yeah.
elephant in the room that I think at some point
Mm-hmm.
people want to know
Mm-hmm.
things. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. What's up,
Yeah.
Tanja? But what's going
Yeah,
on? I'm sorry,
I
man.
would love to hear him.
Yeah, I
I
would
would
too.
love to hear him. What he see what he got to say. Because he's been around a long time, and you know, um, I just love to hear what he got to say about different things and what was going on. Towards the end. Prince's life and stuff like that. He was around.
Absolutely, it was it's an understatement. It's an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah. Of course, he did the thing on CBS this morning. Yeah, we all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, like I said, man, there's a lot of questions that people would have, and there's a lot of, on both sides. I can't the first thing I would try to do, what I do is like, what would I do if I was in his position? And that was my man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's happened to my guy on my
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Maybe I
On
may
your
never
watch.
want
Yeah.
to, I
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
never want to talk about that to the
Say
public.
anything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think about if it
'Cause-
was my
yeah.
road dogs that I know, and something like that happened, and some questionable stuff, I may not never want to
Mm-hmm.
put that kind of business out there, because that would be family.
Cause
That's my people's. That ain't for the streets. But again, we're fans, so of course, there's the elephant in the room questions. We want to know stuff. So I get it on both ways, but it's a tough thing. I don't know how I
yeah,
feel
because
about it. The more I think about it, I
he
don't know how.
might, because he might say the wrong thing, and people go in uproar about, what he said. So I guess it's best not to say anything, to nobody about nothing because it's,
Yeah,
then you got to worry about saying the wrong thing.
yeah. And you know what? I just say I can't call it. It's not my business.
Mm-hmm.
So a
Mm-hmm.
lot, things
Mm-hmm.
ain't certain people's business. That's just how I was raised on it. So I get it, man. I
Yeah.
get the other side too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But another thing, another quick note, something I would love to see, man, is Third Eye Girl and Lenny Kravitz, man, hook up
Mm,
and do some things, man. I
that
would
would be interesting.
love to see that. I don't know why nobody's talking about that. They talk about the Revolution, which is cool. I've seen them a couple times. I've seen them in Atlanta. I've seen them I went to Maryland and seen them. I think Fillmore or something like that when he first, started, jamming. I'm
Hmm.
waiting for him to come to, start jamming some more and come down to South Florida. I'm down here now, but I would love to see Third Eye Girl, man, and Lenny Kravitz hook up.
That would be interesting. Yeah, man. I think here's the thing about it though. I feel like they're such a part of Prince. I wonder if it
Mm-hmm.
would even sound. It would just probably be a different feel with somebody else. And of course, Lenny has his own thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It would probably
Mm-hmm.
be totally different than playing with other people
Yeah.
like that. But that would be cool to see. Lenny, man, is an interesting character. I mean that in a great way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he
Yeah.
doesn't get. I
In
feel
his
like he
own
doesn't.
style.
He doesn't get the. I don't know.
Publicity that he should.
He doesn't get the. I don't think he
Yeah.
gets this full love and breath of this brother was doing rock and roll and doing it big and still doing his
Mm-hmm.
own thing. Like we don't really talk about
Yeah.
Lenny enough. I feel like within our situation, he's got his fans for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But even I need to
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
dive more into Lenny. I think the one album that I really rock with him was it 4? I think
Mm-hmm.
it was called it was a song I belong to you and
Oh
you
yeah.
belong to me too.
Mm-hmm.
That album, man,
Oh
he
yeah.
had
He,
cuts on that
yeah.
one.
He
I was
tight.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And the first
Yeah.
one, he had some.
American Girl and all that stuff.
Yeah, he had the big hits. Yeah, 5, Susan. That was it. The 5 album. That was the one I actually bought that day one. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Lenny.
Yeah, I think I had that too. Because I seen what you call it, Revolution with Stokely. You know, when Stokely was with him.
Yeah.
You know, when I seen him, you know, and it was, you know, he fit in. You know, he didn't try to be like Prince or nothing. He just did his own thing, which was cool. You know, but I would love to see, man, Third Eye Girl, man, and you know, with people giving more, you know, props to, you know, Third Eye Girl, because, you know, that was the, you know, last group he was, you know, kicking it with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the ones that we
You
know
know?
about,
But
I think he had something in the wings
yeah,
ready to
yeah,
pop off that we didn't get to see. But
yeah,
yeah. You brought up Stokely. I see Tanja's. I think she talks to. That's my husband. He doesn't know it yet. That's who I got to get on the show, Stokely. I got
Stokely?
I got a chance to meet him when he was with the Revolution when they came to Seattle the second time.
Okay,
And we got to sit down and chop it up for a little bit. That's a good brother right there. That he's dope, man.
Yeah,
Really like that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in he performed in Akron, Ohio. I think like 2 nights ago he was in Akron, Ohio. I seen some people throwing some stuff out there, you know, on Facebook. You know, his performance. Him and Kim was in Akron, Ohio at the Civic. So
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, holler at you for a minute, brother. I saw you on live, and I've been checking out your show. You know,
well, thank you,
time
man.
to time.
Thank you.
Out there in you out there in Seattle, you know. I never been out there, but I'm planning to come out there sometime. Check out the, you know, the Northwest.
It's a beautiful place, man. I mean, it's a very beautiful place. Sadly, downtown Seattle, struggling with the homeless and the crime situation right now. But I mean, everything about it, everything around it, though, the mountains and the water, and it's all green. You know, there's some good food here. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Definitely a beautiful place. So
Yeah. I always wanted to come out that way, man. I never, you know, I made it to Cali, you know, lived there for a while, you know, in San Francisco, but I never really came up that way to up the Northwest, man, because I know, like I say, down here the same problem in South Florida, man, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. They got, you know, the homeless situation, and you know, they say like, you know, Los Angeles with Skid Row is the same thing, like, you know. This country is just it's really a lot of stuff going on in this country, man. I just don't really understand, you know.
got it, man. Got it. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in today and tapping in with you, man. Thank you so much. And tell me where you said you're in South Florida. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
I have yet to make it
from
to
Ohio, though. Yeah.
to Florida. Are you from Ohio? Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Akron, Ohio,
that's
hometown
what's up.
LeBron James, man. But I've been down in South Florida, man, for the last couple of years, about 3 years. You know,
How you like it down
by
there?
the way of Atlanta. Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it, man. We just had like a big flood come through here, man. Like it rained, like we call it historic rain, but it like, you know, flooded a lot of different neighborhoods around here. But where I'm at, it didn't, you know, it didn't do anything. But the airport was shut down, water everywhere, people cars stalling out everywhere. But other than that, man, you know, it's cool. The weather's cool.
Okay.
You know, it's cool.
Well, man, stay safe out there, and you know, continue to enjoy life. And we'll catch you the next time, man.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you, man. Take care.
All
right. All right. We got the phone line open again. If you want to try and jump on. Who else saw Morris Hayes? Another one. Salute to Morris Hayes. We're gonna get that popping too. I've been waiting. There's a lot of cats. I'm waiting. Like I want to make sure I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's just at the right time. But yeah, definitely got to get that cat on as well. What time is it? We got about 10 more minutes. We got 10 more minutes. All right, here we go. 214. Is this Vince or Vance? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's me, brother.
What's going on? Man, not much. I'm glad you got through, man. How are you?
It's a beautiful day out here in Texas and whatever and stuff. Anyway, I'll get right to the point.
Okay.
We're streaming live right now on my group, and you already know that's 96,000 people. So keep that on the hush a little bit. Uh, have you ever experienced a Prince concert?
Have I ever experienced a Prince concert?
Have you ever went to a Prince concert?
Oh, many times. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, which ones you went to, bro?
First one was Purple Rain tour. Um, Love Sexy.
I was too young.
Okay.
Love Sexy was the
Love
bomb.
Sexy. Yeah, did that.
Love Sexy was the bomb. Oh my god.
I don't remember the timeline at this point, but I know I went to the one that was Prince, Shaka Khan, Larry Graham. Um,
Blessed.
welcome,
Blessed.
welcome to America.
Oh my god.
Musicology. Uh,
That was a great tour.
yeah.
That was a great tour.
One Night Alone, Rainbow Children. That's when they had the sound check. So we got to go to the sound check and spent the whole day Prince out, man. That was crazy.
Oh my god, I didn't give you that much credit, bro. You
Oh man, come
oh
on,
my
we do
god.
this. We do this, baby. um what was the Third Eye Girl? It's like in a small club in Seattle. It was ridiculous because it was so small. He's literally standing in front of your face. And then the last show I saw was a piano on a mic at Paisley Park. And that was crazy. I would say that the favorite ones were Love Sexy. Just because it was
No doubt.
blown away by it, man. It was such a spectacle.
It was in the round and
Yeah.
and it was a 2-part show.
Yeah, that was bananas. I don't remember much about it. I just remember that I couldn't believe I was there. And at that point, I had been watching the Sign of the Times movie over and over and over. And so to see
You
him,
and me both.
yeah, and so to see him on that, I was just like, whoa, like this is incredible. So that was one of the best ones. The second best one would have been the One Night Alone, because of the sound check. Um, went there, has buddies were in line already at the front. I just remember when they opened the door and let us walk in, and we were walking down, walking toward the stage, where the seats and stuff, and they were just like, "Yeah, you can sit wherever you want." And I just remember we were walking
That's
down,
cool.
and you could see his guitars and bass were on the floor. They were sitting up, but they were just right there. That's why I was like, "This motherfucker is here." And I just remember we walked.
So
Go ahead.
where did you see One Night Alone in Seattle?
Yeah, so yeah, it's the Paramount Theater. It's Paramount Theater,
Okay.
great place. And I just remember we walked, we sat down. Of course, we had to sit right in the front. And I'm sitting sort of on the
Cool.
left front of the stage, and I'm sitting here with my man Tobias and my other homie Matt, and I'm sitting here talking, and I just happen to turn like that for a second, and here come Prince just walking, doo, doo, doo. And there was these little stairs right in front of us. He just walked up the stairs, and of course, we all sort of gasped when you realized who it was. I was like,
Wow.
and he kind of had a look when he realized everyone was looking at him. He was like, ah. And then he just grabbed the mic, and he was just like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Yeah, it's like, well, and we were just tripping, like this nigga is talking to us, and it was like yeah, it was 2 hours of him just holding court, man, on the stage talking. I've told this story many times, but he was talking, and then he was, after he did all the talking and questions, and we were asking him stuff, he was like, "Well, we're gonna, jam a little bit. We're supposed to be doing a sound check." And the thing I always remember, he was playing a whole bunch of songs, but at one point, he was like, somebody started playing Billie Jean or something, and he was like,
Billie Jean.
Yeah, they start. I don't know, I can't remember exactly how he got to it, but he's like, Billie Jean is a gold song if you play it right. He said something like that, and then he was like, 1, 2, and they just did full on Billie Jean. And that's where the head buster started.
Wow.
I was like, I'm done. And it was
That
dope,
is
man.
incredible, bro.
Maceo, all them cats was up there. They finally finished,
Wow.
and then he was like, you guys can stay in those seats. Those are your seats. But I got to go get ready for the show. Whoop de whoop. And I just remember some lady came out and they gave us like these lanterns.
Hmm.
And literally, we did not move. I mean, the show didn't start for another few hours, but we sat our happy asses right there in them seats the whole time. And eventually, people started coming in, but we was posted, man. That was a beautiful show, and like he performed. There was a part in the show where he does what family name, and he goes to the audience and he was like, "What's your name?" And he did me. He did me. He's like, "What's your name?" And I'm on there, Dean. Sound like a dork. Well, not tonight.
Wow.
Your name is such and such. I don't remember what he said. But what was crazy after the show was over, one of the things he had been talking about during the sound check, there's this place called Experience Music Project in Seattle. It's a museum. It's a museum that's actually
Okay.
was originally dedicated to Jimi Hendrix, hence the name Experience Music
Okay.
Project. And he kept saying they want me to play an after show there, but he was like, I want to know where the money's going though. Like who own it? Because
Hmm.
I'm not playing it if I'm not, I want to know where the money is going. It was a whole thing. But what they did is they invited all of us, the fans, to go to that for free.
Okay.
And so we all went there. He didn't
Cool.
he didn't play, but you could see he was there and he was walking around during the tour. But they gave us food, it was DJ and stuff. So for me being in my hometown, that was one of the dopest Prince things I had been to because I was just like, man, it's crazy. But anyway,
That sounds amazing, bro.
yeah, those are the concerts I've been to. Absolutely. And an after show.
That's amazing, bro.
There was also an after show here in Seattle that I got to go to, and that was the one chance I almost got to meet him, but I messed around
Yeah.
and walked out of the VIP, and they wouldn't let me back in there.
How did you do that?
So funny story, and I've said some people I've heard this before. A friend of mine who was a singer, she's an R&B singer. She lived here. Her name was Chocolate.
Okay.
She had never
Okay.
seen Prince. She knew I was a Prince fan. So I was like, hey, I want to take you to this Prince concert. This is your first Prince concert, blah, blah, blah. This is Welcome to America. And like the
Okay.
day of the show, she called me and was like, oh, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, huh? She's like, well, my friend asked to see if I can come and sing at this club tonight after the concert. Now her friend was Liv Warfield. I was like, she was like, yeah, I know this girl, my friend Liv. I was like, oh, you know Liv? She's like, yeah. So with that said, we got VIP passes to this club. And I'm in my mind, I'm thinking I was like, wait a minute, you're talking about an after show. I was like, huh? What? So I took her to her first concert, and then she takes me to my first after show. And because she was performing with another group that was opening up for Prince, that's how we got in. And
Right.
so yeah, we were in there, and so we are like backstage and all this, and so I get to meet Shelby and all the guys. But when Prince finally came out to play, you couldn't see the show from the backstage thing. So I was like, I don't want to stay back here. I got to see my man. So I went out so I could see it. I mean, it was a dope show, a small club, and they're doing their thing. And I remember my friend, she was
Right.
like, oh, we're gonna hang out tonight. So can I get my stuff out of your car? I was like, cool.
Okay.
I got this. And incidentally, there's the other funny thing. When we left the stadium show, she was like, oh, my other friend wants us to pick her up to take her to the club show, right? I'm like, really? I'm like, your friend
Right.
came, and I'm like, what is it? Well, Indy Irie. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
huh?
Yes. Great artist.
How you know her? Apparently she stays in Seattle sometimes. They knew each other. So we had went to her place to pick her up, get to her apartment. She wasn't ready to go. So we just like, hey, we'll meet you there. So I was already like kind of tripping, but she came and got her stuff out the car, and she went back there, back in the VIP. So when the show was over, I'm like, I'm feeling like, oh yeah, I got my little pass. I'm about to go back here and I'm about to meet Prince. I was like, get to the door or
Okay.
to the thing on the security guard. I'm like, my man's like, I'm like, my man, He's like, yeah, man, but he don't want nobody else coming back here. I was like,
Oh,
I was crushed.
crush,
I was like, you
crush.
gotta be kidding, bro. I was like, come on, but my people's is back. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man, but and I was so high. I was like, I'm out. And I ended up leaving. I left, right? The next day, my
Right.
friend, old girl, she was like, I met your boy. I'm like, stop. She's like, yeah, I met your boy. He's like, I gave him my CD too. I was like, man, I was hating. But yeah, so that was my little opportunity, It was funny. But yeah, so I've been to a couple of shows.
Yeah, but pretty much I want to say that you are doing a great job, and I always share your platform on YouTube, Prince Podcast. Plug.
Thank you. Don't you have?
No
You have
doubt, bro.
you have like a pretty big Facebook group? Is that you?
It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
There's 96,000 people out there.
Yeah, man. What's
I
the
think
name
you're
of that
one of the
again?
members. The one and only.
One and only. That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank
The
you for
one
sharing it
and
with
only.
that. Yeah, man.
No
You're doing your
doubt,
thing.
bro. I got you live streaming right now, and
That's what's up.
I will continue to share your videos on YouTube. They are hilarious.
All right.
Especially when you vibing out to the music, like when you started doing "When Two Are in Love" and stuff like that.
I just be
You
feeling
did the
it,
whole
be in the zone, baby.
and the interviews are great. And where's Big Sexy at?
Big Sexy's doing his thing with Grammys, and he's an entertainment lawyer and stuff. So he's doing big stuff, man, behind the scenes. But he'll be back.
I think he's from California too, right?
His name is Big Sexy and Sac. The Sac is for Sacramento, baby.
We from the same town.
Really? Oh man,
yeah.
Reach out
Sacramento?
To him. Yeah.
Big Sexy, yo. Yeah, I'm from the Heights, so
okay.
He know where they're at and stuff, man. I mean, but anyway, the interviews are great.
Thank you.
I will continue to share them with my group and build your platform as it goes. And I wish you much success, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing it and putting the word out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, man. Thank you so much, man.
No doubt, brother.
Right.
Keep doing your thing, man, and have a beautiful weekend. And much blessings to your family, homie.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do my little podcast stuff today, and then tomorrow I'm back on Daddy. You feel me? Like, we're gonna get out and do something with the kids. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. You take care.
You too, brother, man. You have a good one.
You too. All right, man. Good callers, man. I appreciate that. I think we're gonna get up out of here. And like I said, I'm gonna take a little break, go get something to eat, and then we'll be back here about 4:00. And just gonna be talking about whatever. We'll take this last phone call. How about that? Last one. You got the last call today. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Whoa, hello.
Hello. What's up?
What's happening, Michael Dean, man? Hey, I didn't expect you to answer, man. I'm a big fan. I just want to say I don't want to take up too much of your time. First of all, your music itself is pretty fire, man. I just want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. My name is Marquise. Calling in from Altadena, California.
Oh, what's up, man? What's going on?
Yes, sir. I'll have to say I've been a Prince fan for a long time. My mom was the one who put me on him, cleaning the house, listening to Purple Rain and everything. And man, I just want to say real fast that I just want to say, like, I appreciate everything that you do, because you help spread history about his legacy more than anybody else has. And I feel like everybody, which is okay, came up after you, but everybody's kind of following after you. But man, I appreciate you, because my son himself is learning things that I never even knew, because we watch some of your shows. Some of your episodes of the interviews and things like that, So you're helping teaching the next generations. And everything from you being a father, your excellent father. I follow you on Instagram and everything too, brother. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to tell you thank you from one fan to another.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all of that, man. I feel you on that too. Thank you so much, man. That's what's up. You listening with your kid.
No problem.
How old is your son, man?
He's 8 years old. He's 8 years old.
Okay.
And
so you right there at that age.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm 28, and it's funny because his mom is a Michael fan, and I'm the Prince fan. He's growing up with.
That's what's up.
You know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
8 years old. So he was second grade? Starting second?
Yes, sir. Second grade. Yep. Second grade. His name is Junior. So
Junior, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
So I got a quick question. So on if you don't mind, on with Eric Leeds and all them, what was your favorite era with Eric as far as like Sign of the Times and all that? What was your favorite? I know I said era, but like, did you like that Madhouse type stuff that he was doing, or were you feeling like that indie type, or were you more of the R&B Prince?
Well, to be honest, with Eric Leeds, I'm with all that.
Yeah,
anything
okay.
Eric is on is fire to me. And it's particularly Prince
Yes,
and
it is.
Eric Leeds. You know, so I would say like really 85, 87 is like golden Eric Leeds Prince era. But Eric is
Yes,
dope.
sir.
Eric is dope on Diamonds and Pearls stuff and little things that he pop up on. So yeah, I fucks heavy with Eric Leeds. Like that dude is fire, man.
I recently came upon again because of your podcast. I found some new music. It was Someone to Call. I believe Mark Brown was speaking on how Prince was finding him $100.
Yeah.
For missing. So that's one of my favorites now. Yeah, man. But again, I don't want to take up too much time in my work myself. I didn't even think he was gonna pick up, man. You don't understand how grateful I am. But I hope we're gonna stay in contact. We're not staying in contact, but I got to act like a fanboy. My bad.
No. On some real shit, let's stay in contact. Hit me up on, I don't know if you're on Facebook or something. But nah, man. I'm just
you
like
on
you.
Instagram. All right, no problem.
I'm a
Yes,
dad.
sir. All right.
Doing my thing, working. So I ain't tripping. Yeah, let's stay in contact for real.
That's right. Are you familiar with a young lady named Suhana Machete? She's pretty cool with Matt Fink and all that. She's done a few. You should check her out on Instagram or YouTube. Her name is Suhana. I'll actually send you her page on your Instagram. She actually has done a few, I guess, tributes to Vanity and all them. Like she's done Nasty Girl and
I wonder if
the other ultra famous.
Send that to me again, or send it to me. I want to check it out.
I will.
Yeah,
I will. All right, brother. You have a good day, man.
You too, man. Take care, man.
All right. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. I love that, man. I love that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get up out of here. I gotta play one song. Is the title I titled this live stream, If the Kid Can't Make You. And because of we were talking about this morning, we're gonna end it on this, man. This song is cold to me. I don't think people really be listening to this like they should. But this song is dope. I actually sampled this song, actually. Let me see if I can find it real quick. We'll get up out of here on this. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, I had sampled this joint years ago. My little stuff. What was this? Oh, yeah. Let me play a little bit of this. Let me see if this play.
Up in the club with your girl, say drinking up for loco on the dance floor, and you hope might go
that's If the Kid Can't Make You Come. I just kind of flipped it up a little bit.
But you don't care, nah. Yeah, use a heart, that's why you let him run through your industry raw dog. That's why you're scared, cause you don't know what you got. When you wake up in the morning and you're burning alive, cool. Cause you just couldn't live just couldn't live it loud. Cause it's a grown man hustle, baby. And I ain't playing around. So get your money up first and we'll see who's down. Got a homeboy, said hand key. Unless it's on the chain, partner, it ain't for me. Cause you can be the boss if you want the Don and Cali. I hope you got an exit plan and come better rally. Had 2 years of balling while you're moving dope. And now you're 30 years straight with that soap on the road. Cool. Cause I just couldn't leave it now, man, I'm good. Cause I just couldn't leave it now.
Hey. Say what?
You can be the boss if you want the Don and Cali. I hope you got an exit plan and come better rally. You can be the boss if you want the Don and Cali. I hope you got an exit plan and come better rally.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Be the boss if you want the Don and Cali. I hope you got an exit plan and come better rally. Be the boss if you want the Don and Cali. I hope you got an exit plan and come better rally. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, that was I'm Cool. You know what I'm saying? With that Kid Can't Make You Come. I kind of had wrote that because one of my partners had got caught up and he was out there doing his thing. He was balling out of control. He had 2 years of balling. And the situation turned around with us. Now he went from balling to having soap on the rope. And I was basically saying, man, it ain't worth it. I'm cool. I'll be the sucker. I'll be square. But anyway, we're going to get up out of here.
You like my crib, baby?
Hey!
We'll come a little closer. Don't be shy. Darling, I want you so bad, can almost taste the smell of your skin. And honey, I'd be so sad if you didn't break down and let me in. You better let me in, baby. Don't you know, if the kid can't make you come, nobody can. The kid can't make you come, no, nobody can. Make you come, no, nobody can. Can't make you come, no, nobody can. Am I getting through, baby? Ooh, yeah.
It's cold on me.
Sweetheart, I can be gentle as a lamb if that's what gets you off. I wanna get you off, baby. And lover, straddle my breast and we'll dance in the land of the hard and soft. I don't care, baby, whatever gets you off. 'Cause if the kid can't make you come, nobody can. The kid can't make you come. Ain't nobody that can make it happen. I say more, baby? Do you want to straddle my breast?
There's some funny editing going on though on this song. Kind of went off beat a little bit. That bass.
That's a pretty blouse.
Thank you.
Take it off.
Is that better?
A little bit. I'd rather see it live in concert, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, cutie. I'll let you take that off.
Hey.
Yes. This little hook went to Holland. This little hook went to France. This little hook went to London. And this little hook went to... Oh, Lord. Honey, don't you ever try and breastfeed no baby.
Why not?
Never mind. What time is it?
Hey.
Tea time.
I know that's right.
Oh, baby.
This is the shit right here.
What's my name?
Mars.
Now come on now, baby. What's my real name? Talk to me. Talk to me. Yes. Oh, baby, you're just too sexy.
Mars.
Yeah, baby.
What's my name?
It's baby, ain't it?
Hey.
Oh, Mars. What's my
Too sexy.
Oh.
I bet you never thought I'd be this good, did you?
Hey. This shit's cold. I'm telling you, man, if you really listen to this, the music, it's nasty.
Like you used to do in school. Come on, baby. Moses is
If you listen really hard, you can hear, I would imagine that's Prince. He's like singing or making.
of the United States of America and to the Republic for which it stands.
Man.
This is a business, and you ain't too far gone to see that yet.